Janet, our first question today comes from James in El Dorado. He says, I am changing jobs, and even though I am excited about the transition, I've heard the employer plan at the new place sucks. And that's
we got tickled by that. Yeah.
That's a direct quote. What are my options? Should I avoid my employer plan altogether? I guess that means that we need to, first of all, really figure out what the word sucks means to James.
Yeah, and it's funny because I was about to go the exact same direction that you did. You might have a different perception of what sucks than what we do. So let's talk about that a little bit. I would say that anytime that you can get a 50% return on your money before it's invested, or maybe even 100% return on your money before it even gets invested, that the plan does not suck. And let me explain what I'm talking about here. If your retirement plan, sucky though it may appear to be, if your retirement plan at your new employer has any level of a match on what you're putting in there, 50 cents on the dollar, dollar for dollar, that's free money from your employer to you. And we can handle a whole lot of, sucky whatever in the retirement plan if we've got a match on that money, and that's before it's even invested. So we don't know what your timeline to retirement is, so you may want to consider, obviously with your old retirement plan, you've got to think about what your choices are there, and we'll circle back to that in just a moment, John, but also in whether or not you participate with your current income from your new employer. If there's a match, it would have to be like the suckiest retirement plan of all retirement plans on the planet to not participate in it.
Right. So let's take a look at some data that we put together that actually illustrates Janet's point on this. So if we could go to the slide here, and we're looking at, if you're joining us on radio, you might want to go to our Facebook page to actually see this slide. But with the employer match, if you have someone that has a $50,000 salary, they're contributing 10% of that salary to their plan, and that salary increases 2% each year. And let's say they're age 30 and they're going to work until age 65. We average a rate of return at 7%, and the employer match is 50 cents on the dollar up to 6%. Mm-hmm. So with the employer match, they have accumulated, by the time they retire at that rate of return, that 7% rate of return, $1,170,295. Janet, without that employer match, it almost makes a $300,000 difference.
Yeah, they would wind up at that point with $900,227. With all other factors being equal, it's a $270,000 difference. So I don't think $270,000 sucks.
No.
That's the point. So if you have a match, it's really important for you to consider participating in that plan with your new dollars.